Back today, I just kind of wanted to show everybody who hasn't worked with this kind of a project where the stock is so huge, much bigger than the machine that you've got to deal with it. How I chopped this thing up into little pieces. So, well, I shouldn't say little pieces. I chopped off little pieces, and basically that's just so I can save myself some time. And I also wanted to address something that Just Mopar Joe was talking to me about the other day, and that was one of the little secrets I've got built into this. The other day, a week or so ago, you may have seen the little funny piece I did on Ware's Unfinished Project, the YouTuber. I also threw in a big clue, and that clue is about the process of where a pipe organ works, where air brought across one side of a chamfered opening also creates an equal disturbance on the other side. So a lot of, well, I shouldn't say a lot, there are some spacer plates out there that try to create this effect at the bottom when they have like a twisting, I don't know what you call it, it's just it's a piece at the bottom of their spacer plate that has a design that looks like it'll twist the air as it's coming through it. So, and it gives you a vortex going into the manifold. I don't know that they're getting the best. I like the idea. I don't know if they're getting the best out of the idea by separating it sometimes into 4 holes. Like, because you've got a 4-barrel carburetor. Why not just take the entire space that you've created and make that space twist? So that, and being straight up and down, it may be a little tougher to do that. Give yourself a few degrees of a slant. And that's just what I've done. I created like a 3-degree slant inside of this spacer. So what my goal is, obviously, is to prove the theory that can actually work by slanting them off the dead center and at the same time having the walls of the spacer inside create this vortex. And now the whole vortex underneath that opening into the manifold starts to move the air around equally and not kind of divided up into little, who knows. I can't tell you if they've ever really proved that or not. But anyway, let's get to that. And maybe by the time you see this video, I will probably have this very close to being shipped to Just Mopar Joe. So these videos are kind of spaced out a little bit. And let's get to it. Now, if you've been following around from the other videos, you recognize what these are. So those were just cutoff points, all right? Literally just drilled off and then hacked off sections of this big, huge piece I didn't need. Same thing here. I drilled, like 3 holes, enough to get the reciprocating saw blade down in there, and then just come down along the side of where I'm going to be milling out the fins. Same thing on this side. So you can see the pretty much the contour of that as it's going to take place. And I think I left enough. I was very careful to have like a boss to get some screws and put on a shroud, because I'm also going to have venturis cut through the unused area here. 4150 might have, usually sometimes they have 2 holes on each side, but since he only uses the outside holes, I'm going to use this to create venturis down through the front, so that it's going to grab that air coming through, and then it'll come passing along these fins that I'll have drawn out in here. Hopefully I'll be able to get some in the back to go back towards underneath that carburetor, under the back bowl, and shooting out towards the distributor. And that's how it's shaping up. You know, so like I said, now I'll probably have to go back and, you know, re-blue this and rescribe some of the lines just so I can see what I'm doing, because I'm getting old. All right, thanks for stopping by.